And welcome Caribou to Kahawa Talks. Today we have a special guest, and you know it's March, so it's Women's Month, and we have a lot of guests. I think he's going to carry on all the way to April. Okay.
Hello. Hi everyone.
Yeah, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Fantastic, great. So Kate, so the principle of Kahawa Talk is just a simple chit chat around a cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of coffee today, so I think we're done. But we still have to have more.
Never have enough of coffee.
never. It's fantastic. So, Kate, who are you and what is your role in the coffee industry?
So thank you for having me here.
Thank you.
So I'm Catherine Mahugu, founder of Chiswara, and Chiswara is a tech-enabled coffee company or brand. And what we do is work with smallholder coffee farmers, and we now do the value addition of roasting the coffee, and we deliver it straight to your doorstep around the world.
Ah, that is really good.
Yeah.
That is what we really need into this industry, that we make good coffee, also be able to roast good quality coffee at origin to the world. Yeah. That is a really fantastic addition. It's great. So I would like to know what is here at origin. Are you working much more with young people, much more with elderly people, or a bit of everything, much more women? What are the people? Who are the people you are working with?
So I'd say at the moment we're just working with a mix. Ideally, smallholder coffee farmers, whether it's the younger generation, older generation. And I come from a generation of coffee farmers. So my granddad had a coffee farm, passed it on to my mom and siblings, and that's why I was really interested in coffee as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And among also coffee you roasted at origin for abroad, your coffee is going to be in it also, I suppose.
Definitely, but also I want to give an opportunity to other people as well, to try and taste and sample coffee from different parts of Kenya as well. As Chiswara, as a women-led company, one of our mandates is to work with women as well. We've seen, most of the people, the gender that does majority of the activities are women, but unfortunately when it comes to the proceeds of the marketing and sales, it's usually like a man's world there, so it's really tough. And that's why we really want to ensure that it's part of our mandate to work with women-led farmers, women-led farms, and also women coffee farmers as well. Okay,
that is really good. And when you send your coffee abroad, do you have like a private customer, or much more like some roasters or things like this, or coffee shop? How do you organize yourself?
So after so far in terms of the reception of coffee, so many people have loved our coffee. I've been able to ship it from Kenya, whether it's in Germany, and also we have had also distributors from Japan reach out to sell our coffee brand as well. So it's definitely possible to roast it on origin, and for me what's really most important is selling the African brand. We need to also tell our story, and for me I'm telling our African story, or my story as well, through coffee.
Oh, that is great. That is what we need to hear today. Yes, that is fantastic. Just actually reprocess coffee, because it has been spread everywhere. So nice to taking over it. No, it's good. It's really good. So you were saying you want to do more things with women, and it's true. Here's the industry. I mean, all around the world, the industry of coffee is much more elderly people. So what kind of things you would like to do to attract young people much more into the coffee industry?
So one of the challenges in the coffee industry is generational takeover. So coffee farms where, like for example, you'll have someone in the 60s and 70s have been able to maintain their farms, but you have like the youth who are not really interested, because the coffee proceeds is not the same that as was, I'd say, 20 years ago. People don't see the value of doing coffee farming. It's too tedious, it's high maintenance. And I think how you can pull in the youth is by using or leveraging technology. And that's why I said it's a tech-enabled company. So I think the number of processes that happen that also can be digitized. So in terms of trying to just create a platform or systems that you can transfer some of the manual activities that the farmers do. They can work with their children and see how they can, automate or just transfer that information online. Now the thing is, farmers can also leverage on e-commerce. Right now, we're going through the fourth industrial revolution. So it's really highlighting how can you use technology to ensure that you bring social and economic impact hand in hand with the parents of the elderly. Then there'll be some good generational takeover.
Yeah, that is true. That is great. And as you said, because that is right now is a big gap. Yes, really. And most of the time when women has a coffee farm, it's just because their husband passed away, and it's just suddenly they find themselves with a coffee farm.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do when they're a bit stuck with it, and they don't. It's just so it's very complicated. That is good. And that is good that you're doing something like this.
Yeah.
So you have all those people abroad. You have all this project there, and I would like you to, as a last word, or no, not a last word, because I'm sure there's other things we can talk about. So you say your family is going into coffee, but for you personally, was it easy just to start with the industry, or it just came naturally?
One thing I can say is I love a challenge. So it was definitely, it wasn't something that I was very familiar with. So there was a lot of learning that I had to do. So I had to be a knowledge sponge, always absorbing information about, green coffee, how to roast, how to brew. And, I attended a number of trade shows, whether it was in US and Europe, and I realized how we consume coffee, how we brew coffee is different. So for me, that was the first step that I had to learn. What brewing equipment. It's just not simply going to just brew and boil some water. It's actually a science to do it. So I had to learn that. It was very interesting. I loved it, and also seeing how to scale the business as well. So it's I love that I'm in the food industry. I love that I can also merge that with technology, because my background is in computer science. I'm a software engineer by profession.
No.
So
only that. Only that.
So that's why I love to see how I can have my impact in different sectors. So right now I want to have an impact in the coffee sector. I feel there's a lot that needs to be done. The coffee farmers are the stewards of the coffee farm. They maintain the quality, and it needs to also reflect in terms of the payment and in terms of how they live as well. So how do you ensure that we restore the balance in the coffee value chain? How do you ensure that the coffee producers and other last people who are thought about, the first people come in mind, because they do bulk of the work.
And they get 0.00001% of what they get. Yeah, that is good. Yeah, so that is great.
Thank you.
That is great. So it's just from computer science to this.
Yeah.
But somewhere, because due to the logistic, it just bound properly, very well. That is really good. So thank you very much for this. And now, because we're doing this special Women's Month, so we have all those women coming on the Kahawa Talk to talk about their experience in coffee and everything. So I would like you to give some kind of support word for all the women in coffee all around the world. Mostly it's a young one, because they need to take over their mother. Yeah,
definitely. I'd say start. Even if you're not too sure how it'll be tomorrow, start. Irrespective of whether you have doubts, start. Even if you're not getting enough support, believe in yourself, just start. So I think, as I say, people need to definitely believe in themselves. Most people say that the competition is probably another brand. Probably you don't think you might get there, or you may not be as big as the global companies. I think just believe in yourself, start and have big dreams, have big visions, and I think the rest will take care of itself. And also, I'd say have a strong support system. It's not an easy journey. People have advice, like Regine has a lot of experience. She has been a fantastic person to leverage on. So as you can see, when women work together, great things happen. So
thank you. Did you hear that?
So yes, I'd say definitely partnership. Just have the drive, and everything will be okay.
Okay, pamoja tunaweza. Perfect. Yeah. Together we can. Asante sana, Kate.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, that was absolutely wonderful. And everybody, thank you very much for listening to us, watching us, and see you next time. Thank you very much.
If you want Chiswara Coffee, go to www.chiswara.com.
Okay, Chiswara.com. We're going to put the link underneath the video, and anything you want us to put, like Instagram, Twitter, whatsoever, everything is around the video. You can always contact us. We're going to give you contact, no problem.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Bye.